guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Heather. I'm a homeschooling mom of 3 kids, elementary, high school, and recent graduate. Today, it is not November. I am going to be doing a weekly plan with me for June 2nd through the 8th in my Erin Condren dashboard layout life planner. And this is the second time that I have tried to use this planner for planning out my week. We will see how it goes. I am really unsure. I struggled last time because I have not enough space to write all of the things down. So we will see how it goes this time. This is actually my 13th week / quarterly reset for the summer season. If you are new, welcome. I set my goals a little bit differently. I don't work on a traditional 4-quarter year. I do still have 4 seasons, but they are a little bit different. So my summer season is actually June through August, and then I start my fall season in September rather than at the end of September. So I am going to be changing up this just a little bit so that I can use it for June. I am looking for a sticker at the moment that I can cover November with, but I'm not seeing a sticker, so I might just use some washi. Also couldn't find my whiteout. The washi, I love the washi, but it doesn't necessarily cover the text if you're trying to cover text, which I am. So we are just going to use this to kind of make it a little bit less see-through. I am working on very little sleep today. It's Sunday, June 1st, and yesterday was the prom. We got home around 11, I think. The prom was awesome. Kids had a great time. I did not really see them at all during the prom. I was helping out in the kitchen with mocktails, which was a lot of fun. They had a clue theme, like murder mystery, during the dance, which I thought was just really cool. I think the kids had a good time. So now I have this sticker, but I'm not even going to write the week up here. Maybe I will write June. Probably should have used a marker. It would have been a little bit thicker, and I don't know if that is even going to stay on that washi or if it is going to wipe off. So, okay. Here's the thing. The way that I do my planning normally is I will do a brain dump, and then I will take all of those items and give them a particular day to work on them. But in the dashboard layout, they have this section right here. And so I am considering just making this into 2 columns, and we'll see, guys. Don't know, I think this might actually be a little too thick for what I'm looking to do here. I think I'm still going to end up doing my brain dump in my daily planner, or maybe I'll use the brain dump journal. Honestly, I don't even know what this week is going to entail. When I went into my 13th week for the spring season, well, that's definitely not straight. I had already taken a bunch of notes. I had all kinds of ideas, and I was fully prepared for the reset. This past season has been so busy that I haven't had a chance to really think about the reset at all. I am still planning to vlog this week, and I do have my themes. They are going to carry over, same as when I did my first 13th week in April. They are reflect, refresh, renew, and rest. And I am planning to vlog all of those. And actually, the reflect vlog will already be up when this plan with me goes live. So if you're interested in that, you can definitely check it out. I think what I'm going to do is do my brain dump in my Sterling Ink daily planner. I was thinking maybe I would use the Cultivate What Matters brain dump journal, but I'm not sure I'm going to have a lot to write down just because I need to really consider this week while I'm in the midst of it. It's not going to be a well planned out week, I don't think. So let's see what I have in my brain to brain dump first. Okay guys, so I think the first thing that I need to do is the weather. And last time I did the weather, I realized that my Planner Kate watercolor weather stickers, which I like to use, are a little bit too big. So I need to use, I have like some mini ones. I would prefer to use colorful stickers here, but they only have these mini ones in black and white. So let me check the weather. Now, like I said, this week is really going to be kind of, it's not as well thought out as I would like it to be. And I can't really change that all that much because I just have not had time to think about anything this past couple of months. We ended up deciding to do a graduation party for Emma, and that is coming up on Saturday. And so this week is going to be a little bit busier than I had originally planned. I do still have a couple of appointments this week, which I was trying to avoid, but it shouldn't take me too long, and they're really early in the morning. So I think that that's okay. I mean, it has to be okay, right? There's not a way to get around that. So it looks like it's going to be raining on Emma's graduation party day, which is a real bummer because, I mean, I think we're going to have like 25 people here. So it's not going to be too big of a party. And we do have plenty of space inside our house, but it's just going to be cramped. And if it's warm, it's just going to be a little hot, especially with my dog, because she won't be able to be outside while people are here. Anyways, all right. So my themes are reflect, refresh, renew, and rest is going to be both Thursday and Friday. Saturday, now let's do my home management stuff first. During my first weekly reset, we were homeschooling, but I took the week off from work and I really didn't do a ton of home management stuff. Part of my plan for the refresh day was to refresh my goals, but also refresh my home. And when I had that week, I had spent a good bit of time over the weekend prior to this week. This was back at the end of March, prepping the house and getting things ready so that I could just kind of flow through this 13th week, and I only had some homeschool stuff to deal with. So for the most part, I had freed up the rest of my schedule. However, this time, like I said, I haven't prepped anything and it's been so busy. I mean, last week I had a couple of afternoons free, but they weren't free. I was doing some work stuff. And so by the time today's Sunday, came around, I have not really done anything. I mean, I'm pretty much done with laundry, so I don't think I'll have to do my normal Monday reset stuff tomorrow. Also, I do need to get the house ready for Saturday. I think I'm going to have to go shopping for food maybe Wednesday or Thursday. My goodness, it is going to be hot this week. It's so funny because last week it was actually pretty nice. High 60s, low 70s most days, and it wasn't raining, which was lovely. It's rained every weekend for 11 weeks now in Maine. We've had rain every single weekend for 11, or snow, 11 weeks. So it's been a little crazy. So I have dust, I have food prep, and there won't be very much because I'm just going to, today when I take the turkey out of the oven, I'm not doing like a traditional roast turkey dinner. I am roasting a turkey, but then I'm going to kind of portion it out for meals like a turkey and rice casserole and things like that over the course of the week so that I don't have to really do anything else. It's going to be so hot though. Nobody's going to want to eat hot food, but maybe we'll do cold turkey sandwiches too. And then I am going to do budget and bills and spend tracking also on Monday. Those are typically Thursday activities, but I'm going to do them on Monday instead. Wednesday, my renew day is electronic screens and groceries, because I need to get food for the party. Then Friday is going to be washing the floors. Although if it's raining on Saturday, I don't know what the point is, because they're going to be so dirty anyways. I'll have to wash them again on Sunday. Bathrooms and sheets, hopefully. I think I'm going to also have to do laundry here. I don't usually put laundry on my weekly plan, but I feel like I need to just do that. So I also need to pick up a cake for Emma. So here's the struggle. I have all of these things that I've written down now, and I do kind of want to put some of them in here, but then I also have this section, which I don't know. All right, so I'm going to put my dailies here again. I did last time, but did not check them off at all during the week, but I think that it's a good place to put them. And my 2 work check-ins. So I have floors and vacuum, and if you saw my last week of daily plans, our vacuum cleaner attachment, like the wheel broke or it chipped, so every time we use it on our hard floors, it scratches the floors, so I had to order a new attachment, and it's supposed to be here, I think Monday or Tuesday, but we don't have a vacuum to use, and my dog, it's just, yeah, I don't know how we're going to manage over the next couple of days without vacuuming. It's going to be a disaster in here. Surfaces, office desk, and then I have Patreon. If you are not a member of my Patreon community, I would love to have you come over and check us out. We are a group of homeschool moms, and we love to chat about planning and home management and goals and homeschooling. We're doing a lot of homeschool planning right now, so if you're interested, that link is always in the description box. Patreon, and then my Maine Homeschool Network Facebook group, which is Maine specific. If you are a Maine homeschooler and would like to join, let me know and I can send you a link for that. My priority this week is going to be 13th week quarterly reset and graduation prep. I have half for personal and half for work tasks, I think. And this is where the struggle is, because I write this down, and this is more of a brain dump, and this, I guess, is just more of like an organized list for my brain dump. That's what I'm going to use it for, I think, this week. I'm pretty good at organizing my thoughts when I do a brain dump, just because I do them every single week, and so I just kind of know how to manage that. But I don't know, maybe I could prioritize it a little bit more. So I want to focus on summer plans. I want to do ChatGPT prompts. I did this a lot during my first quarterly refresh too, and it was a lot of fun, and I don't usually take the time for stuff like this, so I want to include it during my renew day as well. Organize my bookshelves. These are things that just need to be done. Pantries and food inventory, move memory bins. A couple of these things are from my May goals that I thought I would do maybe on my monthly reset, which was last week. I did not end up doing them. I do want to take some time to reflect on Emma graduating and the fact that she's my first homeschool graduate. We've been homeschooling. I bought my first curriculum back in 2010 from Sunlight. That was when I first started purchasing homeschool curriculum and using it. Back in those early days, it was more for books and activity ideas, because I just didn't know what to do with a toddler. You know, I just needed some new ideas, and there weren't Facebook groups and homeschool specific things. I just didn't know. There wasn't as much information. Now there's a plethora of information, but I want to kind of reflect on the past 15 years and just how much I have done, as well as what my kids have accomplished in that time period as well. Obviously, mainly Emma, since she's the one graduating, but taking a step back to reflect on that, I think, is really important. I want to do some journaling as well. Something I didn't write down, but I want to think about is commonplacing. I have been doing kind of commonplacing, kind of note-taking. It's not the traditional commonplacing the way that John Locke did it, or people from ancient times did it, but it's kind of my own take on commonplacing, and it's something I started back at the beginning of May, and I've really enjoyed exploring it a little bit. So I want to explore this more. This might be good for my renew day. Okay, I also do need to do homeschool plans. I am pretty much done with my homeschool plans, except I need to do my structure and for the next year, choosing a start date, etc., and then organizing all the resources. I want to explore rest because that is going to be my focus for the summer, and then also with rest, thinking more about hobbies. What do I enjoy? Because it's very easy to see people online doing a bunch of things that look fun, but practically speaking, is it something that I'm actually going to enjoy doing, or is it something that I enjoy watching other people do? And what can I take from those different ideas and implement into my life or try out? I've talked before a lot probably about how I used to knit all the time and sew, and I used to knit my kids' clothes and sew clothes and make toys for my kids and stuff like that. I have not done any of those things really since I've moved into this house back in 2020. And I keep saying that I want to do these things, but I never actually take the steps to do them. I don't buy yarn or a particular pattern so I have a project to work on. I don't really sit down to measure out fabric for a project or do something like that or come up with ideas for those things. I talk a lot about memory keeping, and I do memory keeping, but it's much more text-based, where I'm doing like 1 line a day journals or just journaling in general. It's not necessarily a lot of pictures, although I loved scrapbooking so much, years and years and years ago. I just haven't done those things. What can I do to bring some of those fun hobbies back into my life? Or are those hobbies things that I used to do that I'm just not inclined to do anymore? And is there something different that I can do? I do really enjoy reading and writing and productivity and sharing on YouTube and writing blog posts and helping the homeschool community. Those are all things that I really enjoy. And they're also all things that are associated with my work, which is great. I'm glad that I'm doing things that I love, but at the same time, what other things do I want to do that maybe doesn't have, I don't even know how to articulate it, where it's just, I'm not having to do these things. Like, I can just do these things when I feel like it. It's not something that I necessarily always need to do. I don't know. And then way down at the bottom, I have graduation party. So I need to figure out food. 2 things that I did not write on my brain dump or on this. Okay, I need to do my quarterly action plans and my June goals, right? Those things need to be done. Okay, now for work stuff. It is a little bit of a lighter week, so that is good. I need to explore summer content some more. I do have a lot of ideas, but trying to manage it all while also taking a step back and resting during this season is going to be a little bit challenging. I think that I need to really go through the time and how much time it's going to take me to do some of the things that I have listed. Okay, I am also doing a mid-year goals check email challenge, and I'll have like a free workbook. If you're interested in signing up for that, you can do that. That link is in the description box. I am kind of going through this stuff that I've planned out this week to make sure it's all how I want it to be. So we will see how it goes. I'm big on goals reflections and kind of evaluating the previous season, and this is something that I've been doing for decades. I kind of do a mid-year check and then I do an end-of-year check. Yes, I also check in with my goals monthly and quarterly. I do have those systems in place, but if you are not somebody who is constantly in tune with your goals, kind of doing an update in the middle of the year and then at the end of the year, just thinking about did you choose a guiding word for the year? Did you have a couple of projects that you wanted to work on throughout the year? How are those things going? Do you have some life direction goals that you kind of need to tune up and just make some different plans for the second half of the year? Mine is going to be really focused on rest and why that is an important aspect of our lives as homeschool moms, as moms in general, and not trying to chase like the summer bucket list, so that you are actually recharged and ready to start a new school year in the fall. My live stream at 2:30. This week I have a weekly plan with me, and that is actually in my vertical weekly, my 2024-2025 vertical weekly. Tuesday is my monthly reset vlog. Wednesday I have my Erin Condren teacher planner setup video. And then Friday is supposed to be my summer goals refresh, which is over here. I need to do that. One thing I forgot is that I am going to take this week off of Facebook, but I forgot to tell everybody on Facebook that, so we'll see. Okay guys, here is my week. This is just kind of funny. Well, at least that dried. Okay, this is my week in the dashboard layout. It's a little chaotic still. I'm still not sure about all of this stuff because as I'm looking through this, the thing that helps me the most is having these things on the particular day, but there's no way I'd be able to get all of this stuff over here, especially if I have my home management stuff as well, which I also need on here. It's just one of those things that if I don't see this like orangey color for home management stuff in my weekly plan, I don't put it in my daily plan, and then it just doesn't get done. It's not automatic enough for me to just know, okay, I'm doing all of this stuff on a particular day, even though to some extent it is. I started implementing this home management system, I think back in 2023, and I have been tweaking and adjusting things over the past couple of years, and I think I'm finally at a place where I like how things are going. However, there have been so many interruptions over the past 5 months that I haven't had the same schedule. So even though I am doing these things, sometimes they're kind of piecemealed together, or I miss a day and I have to go back and do other things. And I mean, that's just, you're never going to have something that's 100%, but it's gotten me enough out of routine that it's not as automatic as it was maybe in 2024 or at the end of 2024. So here's my weekly planning. I will definitely leave links for all of the stuff that I talked about, and anything with regards to my 13th week that is already posted, I will put that up as well. And you can see my first 13th week. I have a playlist that has all of those vlogs as well as what I envision this week to be. So I will leave that linked for you as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. It was a little chaotic, I'm not going to lie, but I feel like a lot of my videos lately have been really chaotic, and that's just the season of life, which is why my focus is on rest for this next season. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks guys, bye.